Hi guys, so I'm back. I'm going to be doing a pick card reading for you guys today. Please excuse my phone. So I'm going to be doing the shuffling on camera. So there's going to be a choice of 3 stones. We have the MOLDAVITE, okay, we've got the TOURMALINE, and we've got the rose quartz. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're going to go start with the shuffling of the cards. I'm just going to quickly do that here. Okay, so allow me to bless these cards. Bless, bless, bless cards, bless cards. Okay, so I ask you for March 29th to April 4th for this MOLDAVITE. What are the cards for this MOLDAVITE stone? What are the cards for the collective that chose this MOLDAVITE stone? For those who chose the MOLDAVITE stone, so this is the Divine Feminine deck. The first one was Buddhism, Wisdom. This is the book. Okay, for this MOLDAVITE reading, what is the message for the audience for April? I can already tell that this one's for me. For March 29th. I snuck a peek. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna do the cards for the MOLDAVITE stone, or sorry, for the TOURMALINE. So meditate, TOURMALINE. Okay, so for March 29th to April 4th for this TOURMALINE stone, spirits, what are some cards for the collective that shows the pile with the TOURMALINE stone? your starseed pile. Okay, so from March 29th to April 4th, March 29th to April 4th for the tourmaline stone, for the tourmaline stone. For the tourmaline stone. For the tourmaline stone. Okay. For the tourmaline stone, March 29th to April 4th, tourmaline stone. Clear all for the tourmaline stone, March 29th to April 4th. March 29th to April 4th for the tourmaline stone. Spirits for the tourmaline stone, 2 weeks. For the tourmaline stone. And one more for the tourmaline stone. One more for the tourmaline stone, March 29th. Okay, so that's for the tourmaline stone. There's one more. Okay, so now we're gonna do for the rose quartz. Rose quartz. Okay. Right off the bat, they're telling me to pull it. So for the rose quartz, March 29th to April 4th, Rose Quartz Collective for those watching the Rose Quartz section of this pick a card, March 29th to April 4th. Forgive the noise. So we're going to finish up here. First card. Okay, so we're going to get started. Now again, you get to choose between 3 stones. Please pause the video and meditate over the stones to choose. This was the MOLDAVITE pile. This is the tourmaline pile. And this is the rose quartz. Okay, so fast forward. There's going to be in the description, there will be timestamps for each pile. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the pile of MOLDAVITE. Okay, so wait till the notes close. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm getting vibes of tantric romance is what I'm getting. Okay, so okay, forbidden romance is what I'm getting. Okay, so this is a situation of someone who is in a situation, in a Three of Swords situation, who's trying to progress. You know, she's really reaping the rewards of this, of the Seven of Pentacles. So she has this tree here. She's watering it. She's taking care. She's nourishing. So the person who is watching this video is trying to make it through a heartbreak, a time where she's reached out of the phase of mourning and is ready to start watering and nourishing herself. I apologize for the noise. Okay, so they are telling me that soon there is going to be some sort of face-to-face. There's going to be something that evolves where the other person is going to see you in a more clear light, and this is going to bring about a heart-to-heart conversation. So this person, that's why I said this is my pile. So this person here is really stepping up out of this broken heart energy and taking the time to focus on her growth, to focus on her fruits. And because of that hard work, there's going to be a conversation. There's going to have to be a time where, you know, you give honesty, you get honesty kind of thing. Okay, now for the Starseed cards. All right, so we've got loosen your grip. We've got empathic starseed. Okay, so I'm definitely getting twin flame vibes from this. Golden children. The greatest meeting. This is my reading. Okay, so this is definitely a reading for a divine feminine. These are for those in the twin flame journey that are very close. You know, they've reached the point of the twin flame separation where they're accepting it and they're doing what they have to in order to move out of their current situation and move into their new one. So what I'm getting from this is that during this period, because of the amount of energy that's being absorbed, it's causing us to kind of hold on tight to the things that keep us balanced, or the habits that kind of used to get us through before. We're being called to let go, to loosen our grip. There's also this fear. There's also this fear of. There's a really big fear of letting someone see you for who you are. And I'm just going to give a personal example because this is my pile. Yeah, you know, letting ourselves be seen, really embracing that divine femininity and letting ourselves out of the box and allowing ourselves to kind of break free and embrace our true selves, the selves that we came and were destined to be. It's also really important for anybody who picked this pile, guys, take care of yourself, rest. You know, being an empath is not easy, let alone awakening to spiritual gifts and awakening to a brand new life. So it's very, very important to make sure that you're working on that inner child, that broken inner child, doing your shadow work, doing all of that so that you can heal and move past the pain. Okay, from the Divine Feminine, we've got Thekla, but it's in reverse. So that's what it says. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. But it is in reverse. So a lot of these people in this pile, I feel that, you know, you're struggling to figure out what your power is. You're struggling to figure out what it is that makes you great, what it is that makes you powerful. Because you feel it, you know it, you've been told it, but you don't see it. So again, this ties into the inner childhood healing. So in order to get this, I'm gonna put it down a bit. Yeah. In order to get it like this, you gotta really work on that inner child. You really, really gotta work on your shadow self at this point. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I promise. Okay, so we've got a fierce purva wielding blue bikini. Be fierce and vanquish whatever is holding you back. Yeah, it's time to call our power back. It's time to call back our power and say, listen, this is not going to be happening to me anymore if I get a chance to control it. White Mahakala. So I find for me, it's very difficult for me to see others doing well while I'm hurting. That's that ego in me that still comes back and tries to bite at me. But the importance of getting what we want is by wishing others the same. Wishing others well, the people that hurt us, wishing them well, forgiving them, forgiving yourself for whatever actions you took against them. Really letting go of that energetic tie to that heavy trauma that is keeping us down. So wish others wealth and happiness, and yours will follow. Yours will come too. Next card. Yeah, the brilliant mind of sorry, I might butcher this. Ushnisha Vijaya, goddess of long life. The path of the intellect can yield a long life. So for any divine feminine that's finding themselves trying to find their power, do a lot of self-work. Do a lot of things that bring you to what is the discovery of your life. Make sure that you are working hard on your spirituality, because manifesting is key. I apologize for all the noise in the background, guys. Yeah, so make sure you guys are studying. Make sure you guys are trying to acquaint yourself with what's happening to you, because the longer you leave it, the more confusing it's going to be for you. Yeah. Vajra Varahi's creation fusion mandala. Okay, focus on beauty and manifest harmony. Yeah, so like I was saying just now, what you focus on is what will manifest. Where your intention goes, that's where your energy flows. So if you're sitting crying, wishing your twin flame would just show up at your front door, like I've been for the last couple of weeks, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta embrace your divine femininity. Get out of that masculinity that is taking us over right now, that fear that is driving us to harden ourselves. Focus on the beauty around you, because in any given moment, there could be something beautiful that you're missing out on, waiting for the next moment to happen. Okay. Yeah. So this is really good. I'm really, really happy with this. It's the Buddha Dakini. Replace ignorance by studying spiritual teachings. So it really looks to me as though the collective is really going through and studying what all of this means. And that's really good, guys. That's really awesome. Okay, so that was it for pile 1, the Moldavite pile. If you like, please like and leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. I will see you at pile 2. Okay, hi guys. So we are back for the rose quartz. Okay, so for those who picked the rose quartz, this is your reading. We will get started. Okay, so our first card is the Page of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting the energy of someone who is feeling a little bit stuck. I'm getting the energy of someone who is a little stuck, but we'll look further. Okay, yeah. Okay, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Yeah, so the people who chose this pile, I'm getting a very strong divine masculine energy here. So as we were looking at the Moldavite in the divine feminine pile, we are seeing that they are progressing a lot further. But with this, I'm seeing that this is someone who is confused. This is someone who is making a transition in their faith, and making a really big change to their life. Very similar to the first pile. However, it's a little bit different because they're not, the people in this pile, the counterparts in this pile are not on the same spiritual journey as these divine feminines or masculines. Well, divine feminine, this is a divine feminine pile for sure. Okay, next card. Yeah. I recognize that I have chosen fears and I choose again, I choose love. So, the people in this pile are the people that are getting very consumed. Sorry, the incense is going on the camera. The people that are that chose this pile are getting a little bit overwhelmed with all of the darkness that is happening in the world, on top of what's happening in their own. They're also feeling very isolated. They've made a big transition that they can't really ignore anymore. It's not the type of decision where they can go back, but they're feeling very alone and afraid because nobody else is following them. The divine is saying to surrender that, to surrender your fear, because at the end of the day, the greatest things lie beyond our greatest fears. And in order for us to reap what the divine has in store for us, destined for us, we have to surrender. We have to surrender to the higher power. We have to recognize the humanity within ourselves. And remember that we are human. Remember that we have abilities, yes, but that doesn't mean that we're not human. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is in reverse. This is somebody, it's a green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs me my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. So this is somebody who's not following the direction. This is somebody who hears what's being told to them, but they're ignoring it. And they're trying to pave their own path because they want to be in control. They want to remain in control. They don't like the idea that there's something else that's leading them. But this is about, there won't be any clarity in your life until you allow yourself. You allow your soul, you let God in, you allow him to talk to you. Yeah. Because once you allow your soul in, your mind will be clear, and then the way out will be clear for you. All right. So for the rose quartz pile, that was your reading. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And for those who picked the tourmaline pile, I will see you next. Hi guys. So this is the tourmaline. I'm back with the tourmaline pile. All right. So let's get started. Okay. So first card off the bat, 2 of Cups in reverse. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I'm giving an image of someone who so I'm getting the energy right off the bat of someone who is continuing to fight. I believe that if you watched pile number 2, this might be, as of right now, this might be an extension, continuation of that. Okay, so 2 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is telling me that there's opportunities that are being missed here because of someone holding on to the fear of a situation. Yeah, this is someone who could be within the 9 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups, but because it's in reverse, you know, the rewards that they're expecting are not coming to them. The money that, the blessings that were promised to them upon awakening are not coming. So because of that, they're not moving. They're not moving. Okay, all right, next card. Yeah. This person is incredibly in love. Whoever this person is very much in love. But there's, the way I'm seeing it is like, it's almost like this person is creating barriers themselves out of their fear. So they feel all this, they want to say all this, but they are afraid because they've been hurt badly in the past. So it's and this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be anything. It could be a job change. It could be a switch in job. It could be a change in home, or it could be anything. But this is someone who is definitely afraid to do what it is that they want to do. Or they want it, they know that they want it, but they don't want to put in the work that's involved to get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, as I was saying, we've got Stargazer, set your sights higher. And we've got exchange energy to create abundance. Yeah. So I'm thinking that for some of you, this may resonate. All of the piles may resonate. And for some of you, 1, 2 will, or just 1 will. But for me, I'm resonating with the first one and this one. They're getting me to use the example of me reaching out for higher things. So in order to get what it is that you're wanting, you got to get out of this 8 of Wands energy. You got to get out of this 8 of Wands energy and start moving forward and taking action. Okay. All right. Now the universe has my back. Yeah. Somebody is holding on to a grudge. This card is, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So this person, whoever this person is holding on to a past version of something, whether that be a person, whether that be a job, whether that be a living situation. You know, a lot of things will come forward when you let go of the ignorance. Where's that? That came up in the other reading. It's right here. I'm just gonna grab it. Yeah. So replace ignorance by studying spiritual teachings. So whoever this person is either a divine feminine or a divine masculine. Choose the energy, whatever way it comes to you. or you don't even have to be, but in this case, they're telling me that it's very specific to the divine twin flame collective. Yeah. In order to get to the acceptance phase of the twin flame separation, you got to let go of the version of who that person was when you were last together. Okay, you got to realize that that person is not the same anymore. This person has grown as you have, and that the task of eliminating your fear and your ego includes that. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of hard for us to accept, because we genuinely miss this person. We're homesick, because we're homesick. But the message that I'm getting is that anything can change in the blink of a moment. Anything can change. So they're just continuing to let us know to set our sights high, because now's the time that what energy we put out is what we're going to manifest, guys. It's very, very obvious when you can look at the world. There's a lot of things happening in the collective right now, and it's important that we don't let the fear and the ego, and we set our sets high anyway. Regardless of what it may look like on the outside or on the news, we have to continue living. We have to continue living. We have to set our sights high. Okay. Yeah. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So this is another starseed pile. So, as I was saying with the world, things are getting heavier and heavier. Lots of predictions from the Bible are coming to fruition. They're just saying, secure yourself. Prepare yourself for the worst of it. Because if you're in your heart only love, then those are the ones that are going to make it. Okay. Next card. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Okay, so this is for someone who has a gift, a spiritual gift, that they are ignoring, either because they don't want it or because it scares them. But they're saying that the noise in your head is going to continue to get louder and louder until you answer the call to do what you're supposed to do. Okay. And then, because of the fact that we've been overworking ourselves, I would say emotionally, definitely, because the energy within the collective is crazy tense right now. Lots of people are terrified of the worst, but it's really important. The Creator's coming through, Jehovah's coming through, and he's saying to not fear, to remain in your heart center, to stay in the vibration of love, because right now it's going to be extremely easy to get caught up in that, to get caught up in all of the noise that's happening around us. All right, guys, so that was the reading for the Moldavite stone and the rose quartz, and now the tourmaline finished. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you feel so called to. Please keep the comments positive and allow the energy to remain neutral. Okay, guys, lots of love, peace and blessings. Buena vida siempre.